bringing it to them all day. You know what's up, welcome to Birdland. Win or lose, we bringing it to you always. You know what's up, welcome to Birdland. Orange or black, we rebuild the pack. No matter where we at, you know we coming back. Section 336, we on this, so tune in. You know what's up, welcome to Birdland. Yeah, welcome to Birdland. You know what's up, welcome to Birdland. Now, here come the boys from Section 336.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Baltimore sports fans of all ages, welcome to Section 336, Next Generation of Baltimore Sports Talk. I am your daily starting host, Matt Soroka. And as always, and this time on a Wednesday morning, joined by the button lover, Josh Soroka.
I do morning shows every day. It's different to do 3:36 in the morning. We've got two things the listeners might notice. One, that we're recording in the morning. Two, it's a Matt's in his professional office day.
Yes. Yeah. If we're recording during the day, especially with the kids off school, it's not happening. I got about 20 people in my house right now. I got Poppy over there fixing things, banging with his hammer. I got women in the kitchen preparing for Thanksgiving a day early, cooking. And they got kids running around. So
I didn't think about you having a full house. So are you in the office strictly for peace and quiet, or did you have to go to the office anyway today?
Oh no, strictly peace and quiet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. So the in-laws and the sister-in-law aren't staying with us. They got an Airbnb just a couple blocks away. So
smart.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same. I'm coming this weekend to see you, but I am also staying off-site.
Yeah.
No.
And hopefully for Christmas the same.
I don't know what's going on with Christmas. I will say that that as far as me, I know I was a last-minute addition for Christmas, but it is just Kelly and I, no kids.
Okay.
So we shouldn't take up too much space.
Okay, and we don't need to air our Christmas laundry here on the podcast. Start the show.
We've got 4 more weeks to talk about the fact that there's 20 people going, and Dad booked a house for 8.
Well, for the record, Dad booked a house for the correct number of people because originally it was my family and Robin's family.
No. Do the math. Do the math. That's still too many people.
Okay, it wasn't a house for 8. It was a house, I think, for 16
12.
or something.
I think it was 12.
I think 15.
All right. Well, I am only bringing 2, and if you'd like, I'll stay home.
I thought it was 14.
Thanks.
Thank you,
That's
Silas.
what I've heard Mom and everyone else says.
No, I heard Josh. You're fine. You're fine as long as you bring your trailer. You can sleep in there.
I told them to check. Can I bring the trailer and just park it in the driveway?
Or park in the putt-putt area. It seems like that area is big enough. There's got to be an area for that trailer. Anyway,
I'm not sure, but I am bringing the trailer this weekend for Thanksgiving.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'll be seeing you this weekend for Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, it's good. Josh, you do what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
Oh, I've got big plans for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you cooking a turkey? You're not going to do an Aunt Lena thing and deep fried in your front yard and
no,
the house on fire?
No. We are going out. We are going out to eat.
Oh, the old out for Thanksgiving.
Yes, because Emma is at school preparing for exams that she has next week. So,
yeah, this is always weird timing with
so we are going down to visit her and going out to dinner down there.
You better check what's open.
Oh, I've got a place that's open. I've got a reservation.
Oh, reservation. Nice. Cracker Barrel?
It is not Cracker Barrel. I could give you
Buc-ee's?
100 guesses. You clearly have not been listening to the Mike O'Mara show this week.
Oh, it's been a topic conversation?
Because we have talked about it because it is such an odd place. And all I did was unmute my iPad so that I could play this button and give Silas some turkey sounds. And now, everything's beeping.
Yeah, but you gotta have this. That's a weak gobble gobble too.
Doesn't that just get you in the mood for Thanksgiving?
That's a weak gobble gobble. I don't want to eat that turkey.
All right, so I am going to the T-Rex Cafe.
Okay.
For Thanksgiving.
I'm sorry you've been asked.
It is related, I believe, to the Rainforest Cafe, but dinosaur themed.
Okay. Do they at least have a special Thanksgiving menu?
Oh, they do. I could get the Bronto burger or the crustaceous salad.
Okay, that's not. That's
or
just
the herbivore something if I want a veggie burger.
okay. So it's a burger or salad, and they do a pun with it. I got you.
We are going down to Disney Springs because that's not too far from Emma's college at UCF. So we're going to wander around the Disney shops and overpriced things. We're going to eat at the T-Rex Cafe, and then we are going to go see Moana 2 in the movie theater.
Nice.
And
I just went to the movies yesterday, Josh.
I went this past weekend.
Mario Brothers.
What did you see?
This is the first time I went to the movies in Super Mario Brothers. I saw Wicked.
I saw Wicked as well.
I didn't even know it was a musical. No one told me.
You got tricked. So this was a family outing.
It was me, Emily, and Bethany. And
I see. So you've never seen Wicked? See, I saw Wicked on stage at the Hippodrome.
So did I.
And you forgot that it was a musical?
No, I thought when you turn into a movie, I thought they were going to take it from a musical and turn it into a movie. I also read the book. Did you read the book?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't read the book.
All right.
Did you know that it was here's what irritated Camden and I went Friday night to Wicked.
Okay.
Which was good timing because I took Emma when she was 10 to see the stage play.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was a kids movie either. So until I saw in the trailers, it was all trailers for kids movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
it's being marketed. It's being marketed to kids and people that like musical theater.
Yeah. Neither of which describes me, but I was there. Okay.
No, me either. But I was there. And me and Camden were both irritated when it ends on "to be continued."
Oh, yeah. I knew that was coming in the introduction when it said part 1.
Did it say part 1 at the beginning?
Yeah. It said Wicked and then small underneath
because
part 1.
I'll tell you what, they did zero marketing to tell us that it was a 2-parter.
Yeah, there was no way to know.
No, they I think they purposely hid it because they knew people would be irritated and look that this is a 3-hour movie and you only get half the story.
Okay. Well, based on the reaction of people who I went to the movies with, both immediately and just hearing the chatter around me, no one was disappointed. Everyone was enthralled and loved every freaking second of it.
I thought it was dragged out.
And the reviews are likewise.
Probably. But I thought it was dragged out.
Yeah. I want more of the Wizard. I like the Wizard. I want more of him.
I do like Jeff Goldblum. I like him as the Wizard.
Yeah.
Too much music for me, but whatever. I took Camden. I'll take her again in a year for part 2.
Yeah.
I did not fall asleep. And for a kids movie, that is high praise. Because
now they make those seats way too freaking comfortable.
Exactly. And you put that little heater on, and I can just go right to sleep.
Did you do a bathroom break halfway through?
More than one.
Okay. Oh, more than one bathroom
break.
More
than one, yes.
Yikes.
Well, it was that and go get refills of drinks and all that. You know, I wasn't really worried about missing anything on this movie.
All right.
So
that's fine. I also went to Boston this weekend.
Yeah. Is that what prompted Dad to text us this morning about Boston?
Perhaps. I'll tell you what, loved Boston. I know they got a reputation of being some rough characters.
They do. I thought everybody loves Boston.
No, I think people think they're a little bit racist, don't they? Adam Jones really thought so.
Oh, maybe a little, maybe. I thought that was a Toronto thing.
No, that was Hyunsoo Kim.
Oh, okay.
But no, I mean, and a little bit insufferable because they have championships everywhere.
Every town has bad people.
Yeah, but some people have more bad people than other towns. But anyway, Boston itself was super nice. Navigated, Josh. I'm going to say this just because I know it's going to annoy you. I've never taken an Uber before, and I didn't have a car there, and I just had to get from the airport to my hotel. I got it where I was 1.5 miles from the conference I was going to. So it was a long walk, but I can walk to the conference.
All right.
But I had no way. It was like 4 miles and over a river to get to the.
So you had to download the app and deal with all that and deal with the pain of the ease of Uber.
Yeah, I know. I started download Uber and then it was too weird for me. So then I deleted it off my phone, and I ended up just taking.
Just get a taxi.
I got a bus and a subway.
You made You made things way too hard for yourself.
Josh, it was, first of all, 2 things. One, it was super easy. There was a shuttle. It was actually a shuttle. I don't know the difference between it was a shuttle a free shuttle that took you to the subway system. And then I got on the blue line, then switched over to the orange line and made it to the hotel. $2.40. Okay, $2.40. And I got there.
You are the
And it was
classic example of you will make your life a pain to save $5.
it was part to save money, part like I didn't know how to do Uber. So it was just easier.
I don't want to learn. I'm going to figure out this more
Exactly.
difficult way to get across town.
Okay, Josh, I wasn't the only person taking the subway. Okay, lots of people take the subway. And this is a little bit tricky for me for two reasons.
I would guess that you were the only doctor taking the subway.
I don't know.
The only professor.
I don't think that's true. And those subways are a little bit tricky for me to navigate for two reasons. One, I don't have a lot of experience in city subways. And two, my sense of direction. I get lost very easily multiple times. And I was really close. I'm an idiot, and I stood in. I got on the blue line, then I switched to the orange line. So I got off, and I was waiting in line, waiting 5 minutes for the train to show up. I got on the train, and then real quick I looked at it, and it didn't have my stop on it. So I hopped off. I was like, "What is going on?" And that's when I realized the trains go in two directions.
Yes,
almost was going in the wrong direction. So then I was able to get back. So it took me a little bit to get to my room, but I figured out. So Josh, when we go to Boston to Fenway to see the game this coming summer, we're taking the subway, and I can navigate the whole thing.
When we get to Boston, we will use my Uber app.
No way.
And maybe I'll even teach you how to use it.
Not happening, Josh. $2.40, $5 for round trip. We can take the subway everywhere.
Yeah, and that's per person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uber's not per person, so we can divide it up and hit the same price and not go through all your struggle of avoiding Uber.
Okay.
Or we can have a little game. You go your route, I go my route. I'll see you at the hotel.
Okay. We'll see who gets there first.
Exactly.
I'll be sitting there sipping on a coffee and a croissant with the extra money I saved.
No, you won't have any extra money because someone's gonna mug you on the subway.
Oh, that's not true. Boston's very safe, very clean, and they go all out for Christmas. There was this huge Christmas market. Everything's lit up with lights. They do it right. You guys don't know in Florida what Christmas really is. They do it right. It was nice and chilly. There was a curling place to go. You can practice your curling skills. It was really nice.
I never heard anything about this Boston trip.
Okay, I'm telling you right now, Silas.
This is great, Silas. I'm glad that your dad cares so much about you that he shared about the fact that. Did you even know he was out of town, or did you just kind of look around the house? Where's Dad?
I brought him home.
I don't know.
I bought him a gift. Didn't I bring a gift home for you?
Yeah, a Boston Celtics basketball ornament.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice. As you guys try to figure out what your NBA team is.
Yeah, we're still. Are we Hawks fans? Are we Wizards fans?
We're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah. So try to figure that out. All right, but that was also. Can I just say, every time, and I don't want. I'm cheap, but every time I go out, it's way too much money to leave the house. You go up for the weekend, you have to eat out. I was down to 2 meals a day because it's too expensive to eat three meals a day. I'm just not leaving my house anymore. It's just too expensive out there in this world anymore.
Yeah, just do the best thing to do is go to Costco, get the big box of Uncrustables, and then you just stick them in your backpack.
True.
You can live for a week on Uncrustables.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Also, can I say, Emily was giving me a hard time about this too, but it's not a big deal. Even if I'm going to a nice conference, I had to present everything just in a backpack. No carry-on, no nothing, just a backpack.
1,000%.
That's the way to travel, right?
If it's 3 days or less, yes.
Yeah, I can do a week.
I could probably do a week if I don't need to take podcast gear.
Yeah, your equipment is what always holds you up.
Yeah. Yeah, equipment is generally, but yeah, if it's clothes,
yeah,
I will do anything I can to not check a bag.
Yeah. Well, and I was flying Spirit, and anytime it costs money.
Spirit, you can't even carry on a bag except for your little backpack.
Yeah, that's all I have is a little backpack, and that's fine because you get a cheap flight.
I'm the same with Frontier.
Yep.
So, when you see us in Boston, I think that's Memorial Day weekend. We will have nothing but the clothes on our back.
That's exactly right. As Josh hops to his Uber and I navigate the subway system.
Plus, if you put on 4 shirts, a sweatshirt, a couple pair of sweatpants, rather than packing them and you wear them on the plane, you can fall right to sleep. It's nice and comfy.
Yeah. No, I wore my puffy jacket going to Boston as I got on, in
Yeah,
Atlanta and
as you
70
get on in
degrees.
Atlanta, you have to. I'm not going to pay to for this thing.
Yeah.
That's mostly just air.
Yeah. The Atlanta airport too it's too crowded. People got to chill out at that airport.
It
There's too
is
many
the
people.
worst. Atlanta airport is the worst airport in the country.
Yeah. I don't mind how it takes forever to get places. I don't mind that. But it's
The
just
trains
the
and
train, that's fine. It's the areas itself, the terminals itself. There's like 10 seats at each terminal, and there's 100 people at each
oh
terminal. It's just
no,
insane.
I believe from my flying, I've been keeping an eye on this trend because I've been flying Frontier lately because I bought that stupid pass,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I believe
Do you
that
just
the
fly it for
Spirit.
fun now? Just like that character in Lost, hoping it crashes and he ends up on the island again. Do you just
I
fly
I
across America back and forth just because you can?
I should fly more, but I have noticed Spirit, Frontier, these cheap airlines, they do not put seats out in the terminals. Where you go to Southwest Delta, they've got a lot more seats.
Oh,
So the
it's a
airline
Spirit thing, you think?
themselves must be paying for these seats. That's my theory.
Yeah. But it was nice. I showed up 3 hours early to the airport because I wasn't
Yeah,
sure how I was going to get there.
that's what you're technically supposed to do. Yeah.
I think okay. And there was a flight about to leave going to Atlanta, and I was like, "Hey, can I get on that flight? Because it's about to leave, and I want to
Right.
go there." And they said, "Sure," and I just hopped
Oh,
on.
that's awesome.
Yeah, they said there's open seats.
That's good.
And
Yeah,
then they
that's
called
great.
me right when I landed. I got a phone call saying, "We are about to take off. Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm already already made it."
Right. You
I
didn't
thought you
say
guys fixed your computers and let them know, but
no. That's awesome, and that's again the advantage of not checking a bag.
right, yeah, you just hop on.
Carry on just your backpack.
Yep.
I have the thing that lets you bypass security too, and that's worth every penny.
Security never has taken me longer than like 10 minutes to get through. I've never had an issue.
Okay.
I do need a nicer backpack though.
I think it might be because I take all the equipment.
Yeah.
Because before
Oh
I
yeah,
got the
yeah. They always
pass,
pull you out. Yeah.
I get pulled out. They pull all my equipment out, make sure I don't have a bomb inside of here.
Yeah.
So I think that might be part of it.
Even the people at the Boston's so nice. Even people at the Boston airport, the TSA, they were very nice. I've never seen nice TSA people. They were nice at the Boston airport.
I believe the Boston reputation would mean it's because you're white.
Yes. No, I think that's true. And I left because I left my water bottle full of water. You're not supposed to do that when you go through
Yeah.
there. And they were
let
real
you
nice
get
about
through?
it. They're like, "We'll empty it out. We'll send it back through for you. Just relax."
They're like, you're not a terrorist. We can
Yeah.
tell from the color of your skin.
Yeah, probably some of that too.
That's definitely some Boston.
Yeah. Josh, I feel like you switched sides on the Boston thing just mid conversation. You
No.
were
I don't know. I'm just having fun.
all right.
I don't think of Boston as a bad town, but I do think of it as a white town.
Well, yeah. I mean, that wasn't really my experience because my hotel, again, it was a good price, Josh, but it was like in Chinatown. So
Well, and I'll say,
and they have a really nice Chinatown area down there too.
and all my thoughts on Boston are 100% from movies and TV shows, and I've never been to Boston.
And Dunkin' Donuts commercials.
So the only thing I know is Dunkin' Donuts every 5 feet.
Yeah, and it was true. I sent you that that screenshot.
Yeah, you did. You sent me
your
maps.
There was like 20 Dunkin' Donuts within a mile. It was hilarious. Within half a mile. All right, this is our Thanksgiving episode. We do have some Orioles news to get to.
Yeah. We've got,
I know you're pumped about some news, and I'm depressed about other news.
because I've been saying for months, and I think not only does this news validate what I've been saying, it also, I guess I already used the word validate, but it even more proves that I was correct on Hyde.
Yeah, especially when you look at his title.
Yes. So, I mean, I know you want to get to Thanksgiving stuff, but can we just jump into this Baltimore
I know you're
Orioles
excited to talk
coaching
about it. Go ahead. Talk about your boy. No one's excited about a
About-
meaningless manager promotion than you are. Okay.
Yeah, about is he even on this sheet I opened up? Yeah, there he is. All right, Buck Britton. I've been saying for years Buck Britton needs to be up here. And I've also been telling you that I believe Brandon Hyde has lucked his way into still being on this team. That he was supposed to be gone last year so that Buck could come in and be the manager. but he got manager of the year, so you couldn't fire him. Then he made it to the playoffs again this year, so you couldn't fire him. So you had to make up a position that I've never heard of for Buck Britton called Major League Coach.
Yeah.
Is there anything more that has the title of vice president than Major League Coach? Like this is you're the next guy.
It's a step down, I think, from co-manager, but it's just a small step down.
Well, because we've never seen a co-manager.
Yeah. Well, we see co-hitting coaches with the Orioles. I'm surprised they don't do a co-manager thing, right? Do they do co-hitting coaches, pitching coaches? Why not do a co-manager?
I think this is as close as you get. This is above bench coach.
This is making up a spot for him, right? Yeah.
This is, we told you by 2025 you would be the manager of the Orioles.
Yeah.
We're kind of stuck, so we can't give you manager, but we can give you Major League Coach. And Buck was like, well, what's that?
Yeah, like what's my role here? And I wonder what the job description is.
Exactly. And is the salary the same as manager? Like, did they guarantee him he'll be manager, so they had to like overpay him to be coach, knowing that another team would grab him as manager?
Yeah. I wonder if there was. Yeah, that's an interesting question. If there was other, because we've talked all about how Buck Britton's going to be great. I wonder if other teams have had conversations about their next manager. Everyone's looking for the next young manager.
And do you think they offered him bench coach, and he said, "I'm not being your bench coach"?
Yeah, I mean, bench coach seemed to make sense, right?
Bench coach,
because you had an opening.
Yes, and we always saw bench coach as your stepping stone to manager.
Yes, but either with your team or another team.
Right, and I think they made up this position, which is really, hey, if at any point in the year we have to fire Hyde, you're stepping in.
You think if the Orioles start like 5-15, we're seeing Buck Britton?
I think Buck Britton is the future manager. I think they don't know how to get rid of Hyde. I think they're stuck with Hyde.
I mean, there are, but Buck Britton's title is Major League Coach. Aren't they all Major League coaches?
Yes, and that's isn't that what makes the title even more confusing?
Yeah, it's just so generic.
Like I've never
heard.
And
all the other ones are so specific, right? Like you have your pitching strategy coach, you have your upper level hitting coordinator, your major league field coordinator. So and then you just have major league coach.
Major league coach. And I Googled just the word term major league coach because I was trying to figure out, do other teams have these or?
I doubt it.
And I have not found another major league coach.
Yeah. So I wonder what the pay salary is for that one. Who makes more? Robinson Chirinos, and that's an interesting addition too, right? Orioles' former catcher.
Well, and that's interesting.
Or Buck Britton.
Because Chirino has also been in that conversation of one day you'll be a manager.
Yeah, but he's fresh out. He hasn't managed at all yet.
Right, exactly. But he's the type of guy where they've always seen him as. And it's also, I like the Chirinos move because it's also like, hey, we had this veteran catching presence in McCann to help Adley. And that bench coach spot, you're going to expect Chirino to be helping out Adley or Basalo or whoever you're putting back there.
He's catching?
Yeah. He's not catching, but he's going to help with the mindset.
Yeah. I agree.
Prep.
Well, clearly they loved him when he was here. So it's not like he's a known quantity. If you're bringing Robinson Chirinos in, you know what you're getting with him because he was with the team. So, yeah, it makes sense.
But those are, other than that, it's a bunch of fine. Like, okay, their names, their titles. We've got a huge coaching staff. But nothing that really stands out besides Buck and Robinson.
Yep.
And the fact that Hyde's still here.
Yep. All right. But Josh, you feel good about that? You think that's just one more step in this inevitable Buck Britton manager direction?
Yes. I think I think it is proof that Buck Britton was supposed to be the manager by now. I think it's also the players that he built a relationship with in AAA, AA, and his way up. It's just like him getting the call to the big leagues. Like they might as well have hit a camera in his office as they tell him, just like they do for everyone else that gets the call from AAA to the majors. We knew this was coming. Just like we had the conversation about Holiday, when will he make the move? It was the same with Buck. When is he going to get the move up? When's he?
Oh, true. When are they going to leak the video of that promotion call up?
So yeah, I think they should have, but obviously there was no video.
Yeah, because this is he never made it as a player, right? This is his first time in the majors.
Yeah, yes, and I think, but it's also when you leak the video of you negotiating, like, we can't fire Hyde, but we want you up here.
Yeah,
You can't really leak the negotiation of making a new position.
yeah. And meanwhile, Buck's saying I got 5 voicemails from 5 different teams who want to bring
Right,
me in as a
exactly.
bench coach. Yeah. All right. I do want to get to some things we're thankful for in this given episode, but just since we're started with Orioles news, we talked about last episode that the non-tenure deadline was going up. Like
Yes.
at the time, you cannot offer. You can say, we don't want to bring you back for whatever your arbitration salary will be, and so the Orioles have non-tenured 2 players, right?
Yeah. I don't have it in front of me. Who did
Okay,
not
it's
tender?
I have it's Jacob Webb
Oh yeah, Webb, and
and
then
Danny Coulomb.
Rivera, and who?
Danny Coulomb.
Oh, Danny Coulomb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guys they non-tendered.
Right.
The guys they let go. Yeah. Yeah, because I was surprised that they tendered a contract to Rivera.
Yeah, and they've already made a deal with him for $1 million.
$1 million.
Can you imagine? Emmanuel Rivera was not that good. He's making $1 million.
Well, imagine $1 million to be like, we don't even know if you're going to make the major league team.
I know, but Josh, that's still. How long will it take you at your job to make $1 million? He's going to do it this year just for being a borderline major leaguer.
At least 3 weeks.
Yeah. I didn't know podcasts paid the big bucks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Did I say 3 weeks? I meant 300.
Yeah,
months,
so
years, something like that.
They tendered contracts, right? And this is what you offer them a contract, and then you negotiate and whatever.
Right.
To Keegan Aiken, Kyle Braddis, Dean Kramer, Jorge Mateo, Ryan Mountcastle, Cedric Mullins, Trevor Rogers,
Yeah,
Adley
that was another
Rutschman,
surprise.
Gregory Soto, Ramon Arias, and Tyler Wells.
Yeah.
If you were telling me the only person they didn't extend or they non-tendered would be Jacob Webb, I would have been a little bit surprised. Josh, your thoughts on Jacob Webb? I mean, this is 2 really effective arms in Danny Coulomb and Jacob Webb that are now no longer with the team.
Yeah, I think both those guys were just fine middle relief, and I think you can get fine middle relief anywhere. I was surprised about the Trevor Rogers contract because he's pretty much sucked since he came over. So they really think they must be able to do something with him.
Yeah.
And
I don't think you give up on him so quickly after you trade for him.
And I guess that's what it is you gave up Norby and Stowers. You don't want it to be a bust.
Yeah,
so
and he's not going to be in the major leagues to start. I would imagine he starts out in Norfolk, tries to figure it out, and you're patient with them. But the Jacob Webb, I mean, we're talking about a guy who has a career ERA of 2.98, last year ERA of 3.02, 56 innings, just a workhorse. It's just hard to imagine that, for whatever he's going to make, it wasn't a salary issue. It was just, I guess, we want room for other guys issue.
Yeah, I think it's a crowded bullpen.
Yeah.
You've got starters down in AAA that made a good case this past year for making it up to the big league squad with Young and McDermott. So you've got those guys pushing. You're not going to get them in the rotation. But you might pull them up into the pen, and they can probably do the same job that Webb did. I think the fact that you've got Batista coming back as well means you're kind of slotting people down, and you had good years from Soto and Dominguez, and you got to slot them down in your bullpen to put Batista up there. And I think you just run out of space.
Yeah. All right. It's certainly like there might be an element too here with like options. You like guys you can, I mean, if you have your solid, right?
Yeah.
Batista, Cano, Dominguez, Soto. I mean, all those guys are guys without options. So you want some other guys you can
that
have
you can
options
go up and down,
give you more flexibility.
Right.
When you need more innings or something.
Yeah.
You can't have every guy be your 7th, 8th inning guy.
Right. And Webb was out of options.
Yeah. All right.
Were you surprised about Ramon Urias?
A little bit. I mean, I can't help think about Mountcastle and Ramon Arias, and seeing that those two names, third baseman, first baseman, right-handed hitting, and it just always makes me think of Kobe Mayo, right? Where does Kobe Mayo fit in when Ramon Arias and Ryan Mountcastle are both on this team?
The only way I can look at it is he's so cheap. You give him this money because you're going to try to trade him.
Yeah, I think you could argue either Mountcastle or Urias, right, could still be
Yes.
at this point traded.
Correct.
Yeah. And listen, the thing with Rivera too shows, I think, is a sign of maybe lack of depth too in the infield. We're feeling a little bit like past Kobe Mayo,
Yeah.
where's the infield depth, right?
Well,
Joey
it had to
Ortiz
be
not like here anymore. Connor Norby isn't here anymore, so maybe
right.
there's
And
a depth piece
with
here.
Rivera, he had to understand that he probably won't make the major league team. That he is that depth position, and here's $1 million for you to hang out in Norfolk.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get a spring training invite, and if someone gets hurt, then it's time to shine. So, any updates on free agency stuff? Still no action for the Orioles.
Blake Snell to the Dodgers, and I think we had another pitcher signed with the Angels, but nothing for the Orioles yet. Not even rumors of the Orioles. But I think back to previous years, and there's never any rumors about the Orioles.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that the Phillies released Austin Hayes.
Yeah.
Because I think he's still a good baseball player.
He's a right-handed outfielder. That's what we're looking for.
He's a right-handed hitter outfielder. He's not going to cost too much. I may have sent a text message this week trying to inquire more. And I got to simply, we will see.
All right.
So I would be all in favor of an Austin Hayes reunion.
Yeah. I mean, I think the two things we can expect the Orioles to do, right, is address outfield, whether it's Santander. I mean, I don't look at Austin Hayes as a Santander replacement.
No.
A downgrade. But address outfield and then also starting pitching. If you look at starting pitching right now, you mentioned Blake Snell. If you just look at projected WAR for Fangraphs, Blake Snell was number 2 on the free agency list. You mentioned Yusel Kikuchi with the Angels. He was number 4 on that list. And then Michael Wacha has been signed. I look at that list and the top, because we want a starting pitcher and hopefully like a top 5 starting pitcher free agency. Well, there's only 3 guys left: Corbin Burns, Max Fried, and Nathan Eovaldi.
Or Sean Bieber. He's still out there also, right?
Yeah. He's
and
projected
Bueller.
to get, he's
Bueller's up there too.
Not Bueller. He's not a free
You don't
agent.
want Bueller?
No, he's not a free agent.
There he is.
Walker Bueller?
I believe Walker Bueller is.
You thinking of Clayton Kershaw?
No, I'm talking about Walker.
Pitchers?
Let's see, Walker Bueller contract. Let's see. Oh, did he just get a new contract?
Maybe.
No. The Dodgers are in talks with Walker Bueller about a possible return. So he is a free agent.
All right. How come he's not showing up on my list?
I don't know.
Oh, there he's down. Oh, I guess because they project bad things. He's projected. Oh, his 2024 WAR was -0.2. Projected 1.4. Okay, so he's way down my list. Okay.
So
but he'd be. Yeah.
I'd take him.
Yeah, I'd take him too.
And I still think Mike Soroka from the Cubs, or no, White Sox, is a great fit for our pen.
Yeah.
Not to mention a good jersey to grab.
Yeah. No, I want to mine a Soroka jersey. A Soroka jersey.
Did you see Cole Irvin signed with like Japan or Korea? One of those.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
So
a little bit of action. I wonder if that's what this Blake Snell thing does. I mean, the Blake Snell thing is kind of wild because he's 5 years for a 32-year-old is kind of wild.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers, the rich get richer.
And if anything, it assures that Corbin Burns is going to get $200 million.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Corbin Burns is younger, and I think people see it has more upside than Blake Snell. So
Yes.
he's going to get more money than Blake Snell and probably more years too.
Do you think we're still in that negotiating point? Do you think we're still
Oh, we
talking
better
to
be.
Burns?
We better be in negotiations with Santander and with Corbin Burns
Yeah.
with this new ownership. What are you talking about?
No, I agree. I'm
a little annoyed that we weren't on the list of teams who offered contracts to Juan Soto, to be honest.
Oh, I agree. I don't know why we're not in the negotiation for every player at this point. Like, we're on the bubble. We've made the playoffs 2 years in a row. We're ready to take that next step. We should be signing any of these big guys. We should be making offers and at least trying.
We need to get at least Corbin Burns or Anthony Santander back.
I agree.
Yeah.
I want Burns back.
At least one of them.
Yeah, I think it'd be a blow to
you
lose
know-
both of them.
You know
Yeah.
why I want Burns back? Because I trust Burns. And we have such a bad record of signing big name pitchers, and they come here and they suck. And we all get excited because Alex Cobb is going to be an Oriole, and he sucks. Jimenez is going to be an Oriole, and he sucks. Burns is the first time we've signed a free agent pitcher that came in and was as described.
You know what's shocking, Josh? The 10th top free agent pitcher in free agency this
Yeah.
year, Alex
Jack
Cobb.
Flaherty. It's Alex Cobb. Alex Cobb is 37 years old.
Yeah, I know. He's done. I mean, I know he did not live up to his contract in Baltimore, but he's made a really nice career for himself. So
Yeah, we're just Verlander on that list because I know he has not retired yet, and he's
him and you know my guy Max Scherzer at
Yeah.
40. He's still out there too.
yeah, and I love Scherzer, but those are the guys you look at, and Verlander's 42 years old. Those are the guys you look at and be like, see, I can still be an athlete.
Yeah,
I'm not that much older than him.
Yeah, well, and they both had some injury stuff this past year, so I don't know.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting to see who pursues Verlander and Scherzer.
any chance John Means comes back to Baltimore, or are we done?
No, I think there's a chance John Means comes back. It feels a little bit. You know what it feels like for the NFL comparison. This is not a great comparison, but a little bit like J.K. Dobbins type thing, where we knew J.K. Dobbins is going to be good, and we knew he could, but he just got hurt over and over again. And John Means is different because John Means I know has a better track record with the Orioles and was good for a while with us and threw a no hitter.
And that played out on Monday night as the announcers talked about how he's only played in 9 games in 3 years. And then he gets hurt that game as well.
Yeah, because he's playing Baltimore probably. Just keep him away from Baltimore.
Right. Exactly.
He's allergic to Baltimore.
Allergic to purple.
Yeah. And so it feels like maybe for John Means it'd be good for him to have, a fresh start without all the baggage getting hurt all the time coming back. And for the Orioles, I could see like, okay, we've tried with John Means, we've tried repeatedly. It's just maybe it's better for you somewhere. Like he needs a prove it year kind of contract. And it might be better for him to pitch for a team that really needs him. Whereas for us, it feels more like he would be our 5th or 6th guy, maybe.
Right. Like we like you as a person, so we're going to give you one more try.
Yeah. But like if you're John Means, maybe this is the year where you do a 1-year deal, with the White Sox or something, and they guarantee that you can pitch every day so you can prove. So then the next year you can come out and get a nice contract. I don't know. That's kind of what I've been thinking about John Means. But
Yeah,
I mean, I would not be opposed to bringing John Means back. I think he's good.
He needs that 1-2-year deal with a team option.
Yeah.
Where it's like we're gonna take a risk on you, and we're gonna give you a chance, but we're not gonna lock in too much.
Yeah. And that makes me a little nervous. The Corbin Burns thing too, to be honest, is I think he's gonna be asking for, a 6, 7, 8-year deal for a 30-year-old pitcher. That makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But some pitchers age really well, right? Like you have some top free agent pitchers. I mentioned Alex Cobb. I mean, you look at Nathan Eovaldi. These guys have aged really well. Yusei Kikuchi, but like Snell. But I don't know. It makes me a little bit nervous giving a 30-year-old pitcher a 7-8-year deal.
Yeah,
a little bit.
We're gonna give some pitcher, I would hope, a 5-6-year deal.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we both agree that if there's one pitcher we want, it's Corbin Burns.
We would like Corbin Burns back. Yes.
Yeah. Outside of Corbin, who is your pitcher? Who's
my top guy would be Max Fried.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I think Fried or Evaldi.
Yeah, I mean,
in
I wanted
Texas.
Evaldi a couple
I
years
like
ago
that
before
move
he
a
signed
lot.
with Texas.
I
He
know
seemed to always pitch well against with Boston against us.
yeah, he's older. So again, I'd be hesitant about a long-term deal, but I'd like
Yeah,
him in
yeah.
the
Give me a
rotation.
2-year deal with Evaldi. I'm down. You mentioned Walker Bueller. He's a guy who was. I'm just surprised he's a free agent. To be honest, I'm still kind of thrown off by that. And
Yeah,
he had a
because
weird career, right, where he was elite, and then this year struggled,
oh yeah,
had
just a few
injury
years
issues.
ago, we were pushing hard for we want Bueller, like trade for Bueller.
Really, like with the Manny Machado stuff, I think, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't there Manny
yeah.
Machado Bueller ties? So yeah, so we've been watching him for. So
So
that I think just the name is appealing to me, but I honestly I don't know much about where
I
he's at
don't
health wise.
know, but it looks like he'd be a lot cheaper.
Right, like
Which
maybe he's looking for a 1-year prove it deal.
right, and yeah, he had injury issues, and that's again where in previous administrations I'd be like Bueller's the perfect guy for us because he's cheap. But I
Yeah.
don't want to think that the current Orioles are cheap. I want to think that we can go out and get anyone now.
Is there a name,
And
Josh? There's 2 guys I like just because I like their name, and I like old guys, and so I do like Verlander and Scherzer. I think it'd be so
Scherzer,
fun to have
yes,
both of them,
of
and I
course.
know it's probably not the best investment. They are
I
likely to get hurt. Their effectiveness is going down every year, but I still think it's kind of fun because I've watched them for so
I've
long, Scherzer and Verlander.
I've been on here
The
many
sentimental pick.
times. Every time Scherzer was available, I've been on here saying I want Scherzer. Scherzer's been my guy. I
Yeah.
love that he has 2 different color
2
eyes.
different color eyes, so
I
intimidating.
think
Yeah,
I think that just adds to the Scherzer story. So
yeah, yeah.
I'm a huge Scherzer guy. And
Even at 40.
same with name. Well, no, you already said Waka already signed
Yes.
because Waka's another one of those names where it's like his name's been around.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who
I
I don't
enjoy
want.
Michael. Do you ever listen to Buster Olney sometimes has Michael Waka's agent on?
No.
Okay, kind of do a cool story just about how teams look at so much at the peripherals, and Michael Waka was like, all he did was win, and the agent got so frustrated. It was like he's just a good player, and he just wins games. But anyway, so yeah, it was just interesting conversation.
Is Garrett Cole a free agent?
No, remember there was a little cat and mouse thing where he's like, I'm not gonna take the option.
Right, but
And I want you to renegotiate, and they're like, "We're not going to renegotiate." It's, okay, fine. I'll take the option.
Okay.
So yeah, he's back with the Yankees.
No, and of course there's the international sign-in of the guy from Japan,
Roki Sasaki. Yeah.
who the Orioles have the most international pool now, but it sounds like he's not going to sign until the pool gets like restarted.
Oh, really? Is that the latest update?
What I was seeing, the latest update was he's not going to sign before the season. He's going to wait until it refreshes. So then suddenly the LA Dodgers have 10 million instead of $500,000.
Yeah. Yeah. I always assume these Japanese players are either going to the West Coast or Yankees. Or maybe
big
Boston.
names.
Yeah.
Correct.
Big names. They don't want to go to a mid-market East Coast town.
No, you don't see many Baltimore Oriole hats overseas.
Right. Now, if there's one guy who could take it free agency, you give me anybody. It's Juan Soto 1 and Roki Sasaki 2. That's my 1-2.
Okay.
Wish list. And then we can get to Corbin Burns.
Yeah. Oh, you want them even more than Burns?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, see, Burns is my number 1.
Just because the age thing. Long-term deal.
Burns is my number 1 just because pitching has been so hard for the history of the Orioles.
Yeah.
But then Soto's right there behind him.
All right, Josh, we're already 44 minutes in. This is our Thanksgiving episode. Can we share some things we're thankful for? Sure. The time has gotten away from us.
Sure. I know Silas has some things that he's thankful for too, right?
Yeah. Do you want to share some stuff you're thankful for with sports? I mean, we can go first. You go first? You want us to go first? All right. Well, I'll share something, then Josh can share something, and then Silas, and then you can share something, all right? All right. I'll say this. I don't think we should take this for granted. When we talk about baseball, I think of Ohtani and Judge as being 2 of the most exciting players on the planet. and I always watch those guys and think, man, how cool would it be if the Orioles have one of them? The Orioles do have, I mean, the other Baltimore sports team, the Ravens do have the most electric, exciting player in the whole freaking sport. So I'm gonna start like
they've got two of them.
they got two of them. Yeah, it's true. And so yeah, I'm thankful for getting to watch Lamar Jackson every day. I'm not taking that for granted. Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson gets unnecessary criticism sometimes if he makes any mistakes, but Lamar Jackson has turned into one of my favorite videos out there on X right now is showing all Lamar Jackson's 3 interceptions this year.
Oh, he's a video. Yeah.
And like none of them are his fault. Remember how he used to be so elite, but then he would make like 1 or 2
bonehead
throws. You're like, what is
Yes.
he doing? He doesn't do that anymore, Josh. He's just so consistent, so good. He's won 2 MVPs and is probably having his best year this year. So, and yeah, you throw Derrick Henry in there too. It's great for him. But I'm just grateful that we get to watch Lamar Jackson every week.
I agree. I'm also sticking with the Ravens. I am thankful that we have the better of the 2 Harbaugh brothers.
Older brother whooping up on the younger brother.
They've played each other 3 times, and John has won 3 times.
I would be so irritated if I'm Jim Harbaugh. And now I got to do Thanksgiving stuff together. I was so irritated.
Could you imagine if that was you and I going back and forth, and we play the Super Bowl, we play Thanksgiving together, and then we play this past week, and I've kicked your butt 3 times? I'd be so annoyed.
I probably wouldn't show up for dinner. I probably wouldn't even show up. I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
I want to stay in the same house with you. That's for
exactly.
Sure.
And you know that as much as they love each other, that they are just as competitive as you and I.
Let me ask you a question, Josh.
Yeah.
This is what I was thinking about. You watched that game on Monday night. 4th and inches at whatever it was, the 16-yard line.
He only the Andrews snap.
Yeah. If he is playing against anyone else but his brother, is he going for that?
No chance.
Harbaugh doesn't do that. That's too risky even for Harbaugh.
No chance.
I think it was his brother. I do too. I think it was just because
it was
his brother.
Totally because he's playing his brother.
Yeah.
And he was just thinking that I'll recreate this Thursday at the Thanksgiving meal. I'm just going to shove the mashed potatoes right between you.
Yeah.
Just replay it over and over again. No, he was amped up because he was playing his brother. And then the long pass after that, just bang, bang. It's guts. And it was definitely a brother rivalry.
Yeah. But Josh, don't tell me you weren't nervous that first drive. When the Chargers, it's not just that the Chargers marched down on us. It's that it's former Ravens, Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins. It's, Roman in there, former OC, and we're getting beat by our own guys. It's a little bit embarrassing. We fired these people. I was glad we were able to kind of
that first quarter, I definitely was like, oh, Greg Roman knows how to beat us.
Yeah.
Totally.
To get beat by the guy that we kind of drove out of here as being a knucklehead. But I'm glad for their success. I just don't want them to have success against us. So I'm glad the Ravens handled their business.
Yep.
All right, Silas, what's one thing you're grateful for? Speak close to the mic.
I don't know.
You should have gave him notice ahead of time in the car on the way.
I did. I told him in the car. I said we're going to be talking about this in the car. Think of one thing sports related. It could even be like little league stuff or travel ball or
how about
even the fact that we live in a place where we can go see so many sporting events. We can go to college football.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I'm thankful that we went to Make a Mayhem game.
Okay.
Hockey game.
Make a Mayhem, the local hockey team.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not familiar with the Macon Mayhem. See, you looked out there. I thought he was going to say, I'm thankful that I have a real baseball coach this time instead of my dad.
A real baseball coach, yeah.
Okay, Seth, your real baseball coach kept on sticking you at third base, and you got irritated at that, right? Okay, if I was coaching, I would have put you back over at first.
And let you use your own bat.
Yeah, I would have let you use your own bat.
So no, I am. I'll jump in. I am thankful. I am thankful that the Orioles are competitive year in year. 2 years in, we keep going. We've got a bright future for the Orioles. I am thankful for the new ownership, but I need it to play out. I'm really thankful for the state of the Orioles right now.
Yeah, I'm thankful that the old ownership is no longer here. We'll see about the new ownership.
Yeah, I agree. The new ownership irritated me with the $8 million for the Pandas before we signed a player. But
What about what was it? Not the Declaration of Independence. What did he buy?
the Magna Carta, but
Oh
he
yeah, the
owned
Magna
that before.
Carta.
But he owned that before the Orioles.
Okay, fine.
So I can't be upset about that. It's not like, do I want Juan Soto or do I want the Magna Carta?
If he doesn't spend $8 million on any free agents, but he spent on a Panda, how irritated will that make you?
Oh, totally irritated.
Can the Panda pitch? That's what I want to know. Can the Panda
Yeah,
pitch?
can the Panda pitch?
Yeah. I think if we do not sign a player for more than $8 million, we need to protest in panda costumes at the
Yeah,
stadium.
but no, I'm grateful with you, Josh, to say the Orioles. I mean, let's not take it for granted, Josh. We grew up with
bad Orioles.
yeah, and there was like no hope either, right? Like we knew they'd be bad, and we knew there'd be no one in the minors. Like all our hope was resting on Dylan Bundy. Oh, that didn't work out. Now all our hope is resting on Jake Arrieta. Oh, that didn't work out. Oh, all our hope is resting on Kevin Gossman. That didn't work out.
And before that, we had the cavalry.
Yeah, well, Jake Arrieta was a part of that, I think, and then
was he on the tail end of that? But it was like, we had all this hope, and we were constantly hopeful.
Yeah,
and it never really paid off.
Well, yeah, and I think in our defense, they were only our hope. I think across baseball, it's not like these were like 5 starting pitchers in the top 100.
No, it's us.
It was just us kind of wishful thinking.
It's us looking for light out of the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and this was every year, right? Like it was just depressing. And then when Mike Elias got here, I remember conversations where the most exciting thing to do is go to Delmarva or to Bowie, I guess, which is now Chesapeake.
I wanted to talk about that as well.
Yeah, but that was the most exciting thing because that was where the best players are. But that's not true anymore. Our best players are in Baltimore. And it looks like not only we're good this year, but we have I mean, I'm grateful for Mike Elias. I don't agree with every decision Mike Elias does, but he's put this organization in a place where we are going to be successful, at least playoff in contention, now into the foreseeable future, right? And that's something we've really never have had. You have to go back, I guess, maybe to the 90s when we were spending a lot of money, but this feels a little bit different than even that because the money stuff you knew was like temporary. You're relying on these old veterans spending money. Now this is like not to mention what he's done with the international, whatever they call it, the
slot pool money.
Well, I was talking more about the infrastructure,
the facility, the Dominican
facility, or whatever.
Facility. Yeah. Do you think Mike Elias has to keep telling Rubenstein that we cannot sign Pablo Sandoval? His career's over.
I don't know. You signed Emmanuel Rivera for $1 million. Why can't you take a flyer on Sandoval?
Or do you think that's what he thought he was putting his $8 million towards?
Oh, the Panda? You got the wrong Panda?
Yeah, he got the wrong Panda.
Yeah, there we go. Other things you're thankful for, Josh?
I'm thankful for another season of Little League coaching. I really enjoyed Little League coaching.
Yeah.
And that season is over now, and I'm thankful for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thankful Styles is a year older. We're out of T-ball. They're playing what looks a little bit more like baseball.
Little League gets better every year.
Yeah.
Because it becomes more baseball.
Yeah, there's more catching and throwing. I'm grateful to watch it. Absolutely. And have a son who plays it.
I am thankful that the Orioles will always be in Baltimore. As I'm down here hearing stories about the Tampa Bay Rays and how their time in Tampa may seem to be gone.
Yeah, that's a story to watch. That new stadium, that's a story to watch.
And in athletics, this is 2 teams and playing in minor league stadiums. This year.
It is.
Grateful for Camden Yards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have an amazing stadium while these other teams are playing in minor league stadiums.
I just hope that while we're moving the wall again at Camden Yards, that maybe we can also address the sound system this year. I'm not even asking for the video board yet. I just want a sound system where when I go to opening day, I can hear it properly.
Okay, you're ruining it because we're trying to be thankful. But here's my thing: I'm okay with the sound machine or the sound.
Sound machine.
Yeah, I'm okay with whatever it's the karaoke sound machine they got up there. But what I want to see change, and I shared with you an article a few weeks ago, how they're in SAS. I haven't told you about this, but they're in Truist Park. They're expanding the kids area, which the kids area at Truist Park is already pretty cool. They're making it even bigger. Meanwhile, at Camden Yards, there's a 5 foot by 5 foot playground, and that's it. So
The High Chew area.
yeah,
They brought in the big High Chew area, which just means High Chew signs.
which means there's a big Haichu logo at top. Yeah,
Yes.
so I would like to see that money go towards, or I'd like to see the Orioles invest some funds, not in moving the wall back and forth, but in building out that kids area.
What if they make a kids area in that little gap between walls now?
I'd be cool with that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many kids would get hit with balls?
You got to put a net. You got to put a net up there, Josh. Got to have a net up there.
Oh, kind of like they do with the race tank
Yes.
in Tropicana.
Yes.
There's a net so the balls don't kill the stingrays.
Yes. Oh, I thought it was to protect people petting the stingrays around them.
It's
No.
really to stop people from
No, it's
dropping
for the
crap into the
stingrays,
tank.
not the people.
Mm.
It's for the stingrays, not the people.
Because the stingrays can't wear baseball gloves to catch the ball,
Yeah.
where people can.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could have, instead of building a net, they could have tried to build a special glove for the stingray.
Silas, is there anything else you're thankful for?
That the Orioles made the playoffs because they could have not.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just wish they
I'm
showed
grateful
up.
too that we are, and next year we'll be in playoff contention. We saw them in the playoffs this year. We have a playoff team that we're rooting for in baseball and football.
And
That's
you're right.
pretty cool.
You're right. And those young guys that you were saying, all the stars are up now. The fact
Yeah.
that we get another season to watch
Yeah,
Gunnar and Westberg, and hopefully see
it was a quick turn.
Jackson Holiday become his own guy and Adley lose some weight. I mean, I'm excited.
And maybe lose a girlfriend.
I said wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, and listen, Gunnar Henderson is a top 5 player in baseball. That's something to be grateful
Yes.
for, right? Like
It
that's
is.
pretty cool. And he's what, 23, 24? So he's going to be
Is
around for a
Gunnar
while.
Henderson more exciting than when Manny Machado was with the Orioles?
Not for me, because I just
See,
felt like Manny Machado was a little bit, when he was first came up, a little bit younger, and he was just so electric defensively in a way that,
Yes.
and his whole style was a little bit more like Gunnar Henderson is just more low key with everything.
Yeah, I think Gunnar Henderson's a better. I think Gunnar Henderson's a better player.
At this
overall.
age,
At this age, I
Maybe.
think the difference is that
But-
Gunnar Henderson came up with all these other people, and Manny Machado was all we had.
yeah, we were desperate, and it was just a
Yes.
huge upgrade at that third base, and yeah, and he was just a little bit more electric. But yeah, it'd be interesting to compare numbers. I'd be curious to see that, compare numbers through first,
Right.
2 or 3 seasons. Look at Manny compared to Gunnar. All right.
All right. Real quick, the
yeah.
Chesapeake Bay Sox.
Oh yeah, Chesapeake Bay Sox.
First, do you like the name change? Do you care?
I don't care that much, and I don't like the name change. You?
See, I don't care that much, but I think the name sounds cool. I like the name Chesapeake Bay Sox. I think that sounds cool. I think
What's
there's
the
no.
change?
You don't
Are you-
have to explain where Bowie is.
Okay, hold on. Seth is unaware. So you know the Bowie Bay Sox.
Yeah.
They changed their name to the Chesapeake Bay Sox because you have the Chesapeake Bay right there.
And I like it because no one ever knows where Bowie is, and Bowie's not a town. It's like the Rays are the Tampa Bay Rays, even though they play in St. Petersburg. So I like the idea of incorporating the whole area because most of the people that go to those Bay Sox games do not live in Bowie. They do live in Annapolis or the Eastern Shore. and
That's
off-
fine, but
off
give
the
some love.
Chesapeake Bay.
Don't you feel like give some love to Bowie? I feel like you're taking away some love to Bowie.
I don't.
What does
think
Bowie have now? They don't have the Bay Sox.
Six Flags, is that Bowie?
They got Six Flags.
They got a Target,
They got a bunch of strip malls.
right? So,
They got traffic.
yeah, and they've got a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But no, so I like the name.
But
change.
I like to
think-
play on Chesapeake Bay Sox. I kind of
Yeah,
like to
that's
play on that,
actually
yeah.
I like that word play.
Yeah.
And I like the new logos. I think all the logos look good.
Yeah. Do you think I saw some criticism
for the crab?
Okay, because I saw some criticisms on the Maryland flag. Do we have to put the Maryland flag on everything? I know you criticize sometimes before, Josh, our like obsession with the Maryland flag.
Since I've left Maryland, I have come more in love with the Maryland flag.
Really?
And as I'm saying this, I realize our show logo has the Maryland flag in it.
Oh yeah, it does. That does.
We took
we're
it
part of the
there,
problem here.
Oh yeah.
So I don't have a problem. My only problem is I like the crab.
Is facial expression? What's your issue with the crab?
My problem with the crab is it looks like someone just went onto like clip art and grabbed a picture of a crab, a picture of a baseball bat, and a picture of a flag and just stuck them all together.
Mm. You think they should sprinkle some Old Bay on the crab?
I think they should.
Yeah.
I think they've got the claws are a different color.
The claws are orange and the rest of the crab is blue. Yeah.
Right. I think the crab is a cool logo. I just think they could have done a little bit better with that for what they're putting on their hats and jerseys and all. And I think the bee with the wave looks pretty cool.
Yeah, this is the one I think is the coolest. The bee with the waves underneath. I think it's a cool hat. I like that.
I think that's a cool hat. I
might have to get that one.
I went to baysox.com to try to buy a shirt. They were all sold out.
Oh, really?
So I think people like the name change.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I might get myself a bee hat.
Yeah.
Gigi, if listening for Christmas, give me that bee hat.
I told Kelly I want the bee hat.
The bee hat.
So we'll see.
All right.
All right. Now we can get out of here.
All right. Good. We're over an hour.
Weekend.
Yeah. Hopefully next time we'll talk. Maybe some free agency news. No, this is Thanksgiving time.
No. There's not going to be.
Maybe December we can talk. Like maybe mid-December.
Yeah.
It has to happen before Christmas. There's going to be a few moves before Christmas.
I think winter meetings might be next week.
Yeah, it's the first week in December.
It's normally the first week in December. No, it's not. It's the second week because of Thanksgiving, December 8th. So I guess the late Thanksgiving has pushed that back out.
Okay. So I think there will be some free agent signings.
Yeah, and the rumor with Soto is that he will decide either right before or during the baseball meetings.
Okay. So maybe we'll get some Orioles news then.
I hope so. That'd be wonderful. All right. All these free agents, which one signs and you order the jersey right away?
Josh, I don't own a single Orioles jersey, so I'm not.
All right, so you're not in this.
Yeah. Which jersey would I most like? Which jersey giveaway would I most like to go to? That's the only way I get a jersey if it's a giveaway.
I mean, a 6-year deal of Soto or Burns, I'm probably ordering a jersey.
Yeah, I'll show up to the jersey giveaway for one of those guys. No doubt.
I'll send you the link to the $4 and $20 jerseys.
Okay, you send me that link to Temu.com.
Shop like a billionaire.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here, boys and girls. You make sure you add if you this Bowie Bay Sox gear to your Christmas list because it's a pretty sweet gear.
I'm also thankful for all of our listeners that we've been doing 336 for like 12 years or something. And it's pretty cool that we've got people that have been listening for this long.
Yeah.
Listen each week.
I mean, we've been through from the start of the show. I mean, the Orioles have been through some stuff and we've like moved, changed jobs, all the stuff. And we've continued this podcast through all of it. And we continue to have, despite our best efforts, continue to have listeners who tune in and interact with us. And we obviously, yes, thank you for saying that, Josh. We appreciate and are grateful that not just the opportunity to do this podcast and I get to hang out with my brother once a week, but that we actually have people who listen. So that's a cool thing.
We have a podcast review that came in October that I never highlighted.
All right.
Good listen, just one thing. They only gave us 4 stars because of this one thing.
Oh, no, crap. What is it?
I listen every week. I like you guys and your commentary. I usually align with your viewpoints, but for the love of God, please pronounce Urias and Santander correctly. You know the team. You know the team, and you should know their names by now. It makes me nuts. It's partially done in humor.
Well, Ramon Urias and Anthony Santander, thank you. And yeah, listen, you're not the first person to give us 4 stars for name pronunciations. I'm doing my best over here. That's all I got to say about that.
I
Yeah.
don't like that you say OYS instead of OES.
Seth, did
So
you write this
Bubba Silas
review?
too?
Seth,
Silas,
did you give us
couldn't
4
5
stars?
stars? I also think it's irritating when they players change the pronunciation halfway through their career.
Well, what about or spellings?
Or spellings, yeah, yes.
Zach Britton.
Yes, as much as I like Buck Britton, Zach, all you had to do was tell someone on day one your name was spelled wrong, and they would have corrected it. You didn't have to wait to become a Yankee.
Yeah. And who knows, Josh? Maybe we're saying it correctly, and the player just hasn't changed it yet to our correct pronunciation.
Or we're saying it right, and Kevin Brown keeps saying it wrong.
Yeah. That's Kevin Brown's a professional, though. And we are not professionals. So,
No, sir.
yeah. All right. Thank you for that 4 stars, and sorry for the names. We'll work on it. We'll get better. We want to earn your 5 stars. Can someone put 4 stars and go back there and do 5 stars?
And you know what? Don't worry, because there's a good chance that Santander and Urias will not be here next year.
That's right. And so maybe if we can go like 3 episodes with saying all the names right, that person will go back and give us 5. We're going to work on it. All right. Just for you, listener. We're going to work on the names. All right. Let's get out of here. You can be like that person and accept instead of the 4, do 1 over and give us the 5 stars. Or 4 if you want. I don't really care. Write us a review. Gobble, gobble. Happy Thanksgiving to all our listeners. Josh, you want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody? Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You can follow us on social media, all your social media platforms, including X. You can follow me on X at Section 336. Josh, I don't know. You're on X or Blue Sky or Thread?
I'm on everything.
Where are you at now?
I'm on everything at Josh Soroka. But X, I stick with X. I'm not.
All right.
I tried the others. I'm sticking with X.
All right. You're sticking with your X. Gotcha. All right, boys and girls. Thanks for listening. And as always, go O's and go Ravens.